Hey, smokestack fans, Johnny C here in New Jersey. Here I am in my kitchen, eating lunch, making one hell of a mess while reading the Onan forum on the smokestack, and there was a question about the SX-460s. First of all, what the hell is an SX-460? Basically, it is a voltage regulator that we use in place of the very expensive Onan brand type voltage regulators, specifically on the JC series, DJCs, JBs, all that crap. So did a little bit of reading on here, and the real question is, can there be a problem if the voltage, the load, let's say, is switched on and off? I guess like rapidly or whatever. But anyway, basically the answer was no, yes, no, yes, whatever, whatever, whatever. So I replied back, I'd like to do a test. Okay, it's an interesting question about the reliability of the SS460 when it gets hit with a no load to high load instantaneously over and over again. I got a DJB with a 460 in it, and I think I'm going to give it a test. So I replied back, first of all showing a picture of what I got right here. Hopefully there's not too much glare. There it is, the DJB. It's a little bit different than the normal ones, but anyway, it's a DJB diesel, and here's the 460. All right, where the arrows point to. All right, so going down, going down, going down. People are starting to respond, and basically they want me to do the test, so that's what I'm gonna do. So as soon as I get done making a mess, finish eating, and I go out and start setting up. All right, hang in there. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, smokestack fans, I'm here in my garage. Onan bug room back there. You all seen it way back there. Oh, there's Bones over there doing nothing like usual. Yeah, in the Onan garage right now. I want to give you a quick view of what we got going here before I start this generator up, because it makes a lot of noise. It's a diesel. Basically, it's a DJB-MS. It's a little bit different than probably what you have seen as far as the DJBs. This one is a special one, I think. Okay, this was used for training. Might be the only one in the United States that's left. Probably very few were made for training. And nonetheless, when I got it, did not have a generator end on it. I don't know really what it was made for other than training. But nonetheless, we threw a generator end on it. It's a 12 kilowatt generator end. Obviously, we're not going to get 12 kilowatts out of it. This motor's probably only good for probably about 6, 7 kilowatts. But anyway, we're going to run this thing with a load, without a load, back and forth, using this guy right here. It's a load bank. We have meters up here that will show us each leg, the critical information that we need to know. Also, this generator has basically the same thing. The SX-460 is behind the cover. You've seen it in the picture earlier. It's a standard SX-460, and hopefully this will survive the test. Alright, so let's take a quick walk around before I start this thing, because like I said, you won't be able to hear it. By the way, this load bank is good for up to 10 kilowatts, but we had about 11.5 kilowatt load on this thing, so it actually is very good. Looking at the rear end of this thing right here, this is what we got. Nothing special. The back end of the generator right here as well. Here's the data tag for the generator end. Let's see if we get this thing focused right here. Probably not, but anyway, it's a 12 kilowatt YD generator end. All right, so you see the setup that we got going here. It's very simple. Once I start this thing up, like I said, it's very loud. You won't be able to hear me all that well. I'll try my best. I'll yell and scream and shout. But basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to adjust this guy right here, the load bank, for about a 5-6 kilowatt load, roughly thereabouts, maybe a little bit more, whatever. We'll verify it on the meters. Once again, this is it's going to show us both legs. We're going to be running 240 volts, so it's going to be 120 roughly. And after we get everything all set up and running well, this is going to be nothing more than flipping these two switches right here on and off to kill the load and put the load back in. We're going to do it slow, probably a couple seconds in between, suggested on the smokestack forum from some of the feedback. Then we're going to do it real quick, rapidly. Basically, we want to hear how the motor sounds, monitoring the electricity and the load and all that as well. And we're just going to beat the living crap out of it. If the voltage regulator fails, well, it fails. What can you do? You know, then we pretty much proved what this thing was expecting to do. If it lasts, well, hey, that's good. But, you know, there's different manufacturers of the SX-460. Again, the SX-460 AVR, it's not an OEM product from Onan. And it's just a substitute, okay? Hang in there. We'll be back. Oh, one thing I wanted to show you before I start up the generator and go through the test I was just telling you about. What does the OEM voltage regulator look like for the J series? It's this circuit board basically right here. You know, you got some transformers and whatnot. This right here. Okay, there's different models of this, but basically it's all the same. Let's take a look underneath. This goes on top of the control box. Yada, yada, yada. When this thing breaks, burns out, or whatever, trying to get another one nowadays is very, very difficult. So what people do, they take that SX-460, which you saw earlier in the video that I had pictured with red arrows pointing to. They take this out, they put the 460 in there, the appropriate resistor, you know, a couple little things, and the thing tends to run okay. Reliably, I don't know. Okay, but anyway, I just wanted to show you what the OEM AVR looks like for Onan. Alright, so let's get back to the testing. Okay, the DJB is running, everything's hooked up, we're ready to start testing. Right now I have no load, actually it's like 14 watts, but that's the overhead from the load bank, you know, the meters, you know, I think there's a little fan or something like that inside, but I'm going to bang this thing, okay? Nothing in between you know, 14.4 watts and a little over 60 kilowatts. That's how I have it adjusted. So what I'm going to do, and I'm doing this back here right now since you probably won't be able to hear me up there so loud, I'm going to just flip the switches between, you know, on and off, no those whatever. I'm going to focus on the meters so you can see. Then I'm going to start doing it rapidly. When I do it rapidly, you know, the meters, they're not going to be able to adjust as quick as, you know, me flipping the switches. But the whole point is to see if I can kill this SX-460 that's inside that box on the generator. So here we go. Alright, I'm going to try talking, hopefully you'll be able to hear me, but who the hell knows? Our load bank, DJB. Here's our meter, that's one leg, that's the other. You can clearly see we got a good voltage. Alright, very low wattage, okay. The hertz is good, everything's good. Same thing with the other channel. We also have the same thing down here as well. But it's easier for me to do this up here. Alright, so right now, I flip on these two right here, we should have about 6 kilowatts. Okay, 3 kilowatts, 3 kilowatts. That makes 6 kilowatts right there. Back down here. Look at that. Alright, so I'm going to start flipping. Let's see if I can bring this down a little bit. Wish I had a third hand. Let's try to kill this SX-460. So far it doesn't want to die. thing. So far, so good. That's a little bit better. Phone hold this camera so I can use two hands, but we're getting good at it. Yeah, we're training. Still got 6 kilowatts. Still got to break the switches on the smoke bank. Yeah, beating the hell out of this thing. These Onans are made to last. Nothing in between. None of that bull crap that they sold today. It's gonna beat these Onans. Still got 6 kilowatts. Man, how long is this video gonna be? Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to stop the video, put down the camera, use two hands, okay? And I'm going to keep flipping these switches probably for about 5 minutes, okay? Then we'll get back to you. Hang in there. For quite a few minutes now. We keep doing it. Well, I've been flipping those switches between 14 watts and 6 kilowatts for quite a few minutes. Different speeds, different variations, the whole 9 yards, and I cannot kill that SX-460. I cannot kill it. Right now, I'm running, and I'm running about 6 kilowatts. I can do more. But this set should be rated for 6 kilowatts, so I'm doing 6 kilowatts. So I guess to answer the question, you know, about the SX-460, not saying that they're all equal, but specifically by varying the voltage, and you end up killing it. In this case, no. All right, I am confident that this 460 will remain running without any issues whatsoever. That's really about it. So I'm back here right now so you can hear me. Up front by the generator, being it's a diesel and it's loud, you probably can't hear me, so I just wanted you to hear all the verbiage here. So I'm going to walk up to the DJB, just do a quick walk around, show you that it's still putting out voltage, show you that it's still putting out amperage and wattage. So check out the meters, and then I'm going to shut it down and call it a day. All right, here we go. By the way, I got blisters on my fingers, so toggles. Here we are. to a cool down. Again, we're running at 6 kilowatts for quite some time now. Let's do this. Let's shut down all the bolts, water, turn it on, bring it down. Let that cool down a bit, because if I shut off the master load and all that, these fans go off. I need to cool that down. So that's about it. I think, hopefully it answers the question. I think it does.